What is up, my little Deinos? Vepsis, your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are here for the Galar Defenders League Season 2 Week 2 battle when we go up against MidPokemaster and his team be the Alabama Rollouts. His YouTube channel will be down below in the description, so make sure to check him out. And this will be the first time I believe that we have got to play in a draft league format, so that's pretty cool that we get this opportunity. And the matchup, instead of like putting on the layout, I actually leave a link down below in the description where you can find it. It's a automatics website feature that allows you to see the matchup, and I put it in a way that ideally I can put it in a way that it shows based on speed tiers top to bottom, and then you can view it from there if you're interested at that. But now let's go very briefly my team, which is going to be not the A team necessarily that I would like to bring versus him, but I kind of want to keep some things for myself and not to bring on this first match because I think his draft is strong enough to make the playoffs. So already thinking ahead a little bit in that sense, and banking on this should be maybe good enough to win if things go my way. But we're gonna be starting out with a G-Max Grimsnow. Of course we're gonna be bringing out G-Max with Prankster on it, and then we are running like a special attacker while we still have the Sucker Punch priority for the Gengar, and then we are just a Nasty Plot and dual attacks with the Dazzling Gleam and Dark Pulse, and this is there one of my breakers, and ideally, especially if some of his mons are more physically defensive oriented, I can pick them off at +2 max moves with this guy. So that's going to be the Grimsnow, and then we are going to be bringing our Spell Tag, Infiltrator, Dragapult with Hex, Draco Meteor, Thunder Wave, and U-Turn, and this is there to kinda abuse the fact that I have some ways to spread out status, including this one with Thunder Wave, and then be therefore able to 2-hit KO a lot of things, including max HP Aromatisse or max HP Max Speed Arcanine still should be two-shotted by this thing. So that's the Dragapult there, and also just providing the speed control what it always is able to do for majority of the weeks that I bring it. And then we are gonna be bringing a physical defensive Rocky Helmet Skarmory with Sturdy, with Body Press, Toxic, Roost, and Stealth Rocks. This is there just to deal with the Diggersby and the URSHIFU as best as possible until I can pick them off with something else on my team, and kinda be annoying to his most likely switchings with Toxic being Roto Was and Arcanine, and this is gonna be also helping out ideally the Dragapult to spam Hex even more freely versus my opponent. So that is going to be the Skarmory. Then we are bringing a Psychic Dazzling Gleam, Recover, Nasty Plot, Celebi, which is therefore offensive set with Life Orb holding on it, and this enables me to kind of wall break his team as long as his Arcanine is not too special defensive for me to able to pick it off either two-shotting on a switch or all-going with a Nasty Plot. If it's max HP I can do that, so hopefully that would be the case. And besides that, it's there to revenge kill the URSHIFU G-Max form what he possesses for himself. So that's pretty much the Celebi, and then we are gonna be running out my two last members of the team, which both are gonna be special defensive. I kinda cover them in pairs because of that, which is going to be my Restark, Quagsire, and Snorlax. Snorlax is 2 attacks with grunts to be able to hit the Bronzong, and the Gengar in itself and Body Slam just to as a stab move and getting some lucky paralysis here and there, and therefore helping out the Dragapult. We also have the Chopo Berry, so if we need to take a hit from URSHIFU, we can, but more importantly it helps us to take on Gengar's Focus Blast if he so chooses to go for those and happens to land them. So that's going to be the Snorlax. And then the Quagsire is also a Restark with Water Absorb as its ability and a Rindo Berry on it just for the Gengar, just in case if he runs Energy Ball on it, and I can catch it from there and go for Earthquake. And then we have Toxic just to spread out the statuses and able to hit things like a Roto Was with that, and then just Restark to kinda ensure the fact that he's gonna be most likely having Toxic aiming to this Quagsire, so I want to be able to not to be crippled by that. And that is because we run also Restark on this. So that is going to be the team. Not the best team out there that I could have brought versus him, but I'm banking on that it will be good enough ideally to win or not lose too badly, and we can move on from here and then anticipate Mid most likely to make the playoffs. I'm kind of banking on he will, and hopefully I'm gonna be right because of this. So not further ado, let's jump into the battle and see how this is gonna be turning out. Alright, we are here with the battle versus Mid. It took a little bit for us, but obviously for you it only took a couple of seconds for me to edit this into the team builder bot. But let's see what he decides to bring. Before I click A, I'm gonna make a quick prediction what 6 I would see in front of me. I expect to see Gengar, G-Max URSHIFU, Aromatisse, Arcanine, Roto Wash, and Diggersby. That's probably the 6 that I worry to come, but let's see how correctly I get it or not. based on what he decides to actually bring. And he decides to bring everything what I was predicting, barring the Inteleon being there over Digger's Beast. So that could mean either it or Gengar could be Choice Specs, for example. Or he's gonna be running dual Scoffers. That could be also a thing for my Dragapult, but regards to my lead, I actually don't hate my Quagsire, because it deals with the dual water types and the fire type. Aromatisse I don't really care for too much, so I can swap out versus that. URSHIFU I can swap out, and versus Gengar I can beat it 1v1. So that's gonna be my lead of my choice. And we're gonna see how it's gonna go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be sticking with this, and let's see what he's gonna be leading out with. So the Gengar I could see being Scarf or Specs. Now that the Inteleon shows up, it makes me think that it could pretty much be Specs this time around. But it could go other ways around with the Inteleon as well. But let's see what his set's gonna end up being. I don't think he brought any hazards either for this battle. So once I get up my rocks up, they are the only hazards that either of us should be dealing with. And he has his Defogger in Rotowash, so he might be able to get rid of them as well. But he's gonna be leading with the Arcanine, which is actually really nice for me. If he tries to overpredict this, I will punish him from the Toxic. And if he happens to have like a Solar Beam with a Power Herb, I can still tank it and get the Toxic off. So we're gonna be going for the Toxic immediately, not spend too much time with this. And see what is his initial reaction to this play. I could see something like Aromatisse to come in, kinda stall me out a little bit. He could try to... He does go for the Toxic, so assuming that I can land this, it would be really nice for my Dragapult. So I get it on a timer. And let's see, come on Rosie. And we miss it. Of course, of course. God damn it, Rosie, you cannot be blinded on turn 1 already. But I'll go for it again. I'll go for it again. He might just swap into something else to be immune to this. But if he swaps into Gengar, I Earthquake it, so... It's whatever. I just hope that now the Aromatisse doesn't have Heal Bell. I do get the Toxic off as he does go for the Teleport, so... I guess that's nice for him to go for the Teleport either way. And let's see what he decides to go into as he goes for the Teleport, which is, by the way, if you don't know by now, it is a -6 priority. -6 priority, so you will currently always go last, unless opponent is going for Teleport as well, who is naturally slower than you. And then you get the free initiative, which is pretty cool for things like Gengar, Porygon 2, Blissey and stuff like that. He does go into Gengar, so little does he know, I have the Rindo Berry just for you. I have Rindo Berry just for you, my little Gengar. So we're gonna be going for the Earthquake immediately, and hopefully we get rid of this thing. But let's see. He could try to scout for this, which would be interesting if he does do that. But I'm gonna be going for the Earthquake. He does scout it, I guess. So he does go back to the Arcanine. Okay, so he's gonna be getting his double Intimidate off on me. Which I do have to remember that actually on the first attempt I wasn't able to do that. So we are gonna be going for the Earthquake, do a little bit of damage. This is obviously gonna be -2, so it won't be helping too much. But here, I think I'll just go for the rest. And allow him to get a free initiative with the Teleport. I don't want him to get a free initiative on my Snorlax on this turn. And I don't really have anything else other than Snorlax that might want to come in on Arcanine initially. But good play from him. Expecting the Rindo Berry to be a case. He does swap into the Rotowash, which I'm fine with. This could be a trick set that could screw me over. But I think I'm willing to still stay in and see if he is that set. Because I don't... Yeah, because I don't know if I want to swap into anything else. I could swap into my Celebi. I think I'll do the Celebi play. I think I'll do that, because the Arcanine is relatively low. So maybe Celebi can do some work. If he proves to be a trick, at least the Quagsire is not hindered by it. Then I have Choice Scarf Celebi instead, if that would be the case. He does go for the Hydro Pump. Expecting me to not to be Water Absorb, actually. But this is actually fine by me. And now, looking at his team, do I want to go for the Nasty Plot or not? Let me check how much +2 Celebi would do to the Arcanine. If it would be max HP, max PDF. I'm taking a little bit too much time on this, but I just want to make sure. 70%, that might be in a range that it dies on a following turn. So I think my best play right now is to Nasty Plot. Let's go for that. Ideally he swaps into the Arcanine and then I pick it off with the Psychic. Come on, let me get this right. He goes into Aromatisse. Oh, you're not gonna enjoy this either, man. You're not gonna enjoy this, because I'm Life Orb Celebi with +2 right now. And now I get to see is he fully physically defensive or specially defensive. Either way, I'm not threatened by this. We are gonna be going for the Psychic immediately. Get some huge damage on you, cause Aromatisse being weakened means that Dragapult is a little bit more free. Come on, Xavier. Come on, Celebi. Break through one of the Dragapult encounters. Okay, that is definitely gonna be breaking it. As he's gonna be going for the Moonblast. Don't get lucky, 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 don't get lucky. Woo! We didn't get this special attack drop, so this means that I can go for another one if I so choose to, or I can go for the Recover, which I think is gonna be my play, because he could be going for the Protect just sake of it, and see if that's gonna be any kind of roll or not. He doesn't go for it, okay. Maybe it was overthinking on my behalf, but let's go for it again. I'm gonna be going for it again, as he does go for the Moonblast. Don't be lucky, 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 don't be lucky. Woo! Take two, not gonna be pushing that luck anymore, come on. I know after protection he should not be in a range, so let's go for the Psychic. Let's go for the Psychic, man. There we go, okay, Aromatisse is dealt with, so that is used for the Dragapult, because now Draco Meteors are absolutely free versus him. Beautiful Celebi, that's what I like to see, man. This is what I was hoping it to be able to do. Kinda luring his passive stuff, thinking that I'm just no more passive Celebi with rocks or something like that. And especially not like a Nasty Bot Life Orb set. So that is beautiful. Now the Arcanine is still in a range, so if I can capitalize on that Rotowash once more, I can still pull that thing off. And now he does go into the Gengar, but this is fine by me. I have a Snorlax just for you, man. I have GCC the Snorlax coming through, man. And it's gonna be here just for you, man. Let's see. Do you try to predict this or not? I do have the Choco Berry off the chance if you would. And we can see from the damage if your choice specs. You do go for the Shadow Ball, so straight out. Okay. Now, do I wanna go for the Body Slam? Predicting the... I think just hard Body Slam is my play. I don't think he should be staying in versus me at full health. Yeah, okay. Please punish with the URSHIFU. Okay, it's Arcanine. That's fine as well. That's fine as well. We get some damage on off you. And you cannot really beat me 1v1 either, because I do have Rest Talk on you. And we get some damage off on you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now this is a turn that I could straight out go into my Dragapult. And just go for the Hex and break this thing down. So I'm gonna be hard swapping into that. Because I anticipate him to go for the Morning Sun. And he doesn't get like Thunder Wave or anything like that. He could have Crunch or Play Rough to hit me. But I would honestly think that it's going to be, yeah, it's the Morning Sunset. So the worst thing he can do is put me on a timer with Toxic, but I don't really mind that, to be honest. Like, I want to be keeping this thing very low, so Dragapult or Celebi will break this Arcanine. So now we are gonna be going for that Spell Tag boosted Hex, which is gonna be 130 base power coming from a modest Dragapult, and that is not something to sneeze at, even if he's a special defensive Arcanine. And now I can see if he is or not with this damage. Okay, it's going pretty lovely thus far, but let's see. We do get the Hex off, and this is gonna be doing lovely damage. Oh my god, it almost killed him. Okay, he is in a very low health now, as he goes for the slow teleport, understandably so, because he needs a free switching versus a Dragapult, and this should, by all means, reveal me potentially a Choice Scarfer from his team. This should, in all means. Or he's gonna be banking on he lives one hit. Okay, there's the Choice Scarf Gengar. Okay. So this is clearly a Choice Scarf Gengar. Now he could predict me for all he wants. He could predict me all he wants. And I think either way I go into Snorlax. If you trick me, so be it. I actually don't mind it. Because that means that you lose your speed control if you ever dare to go for that. So we go into the Snorlax. See if he does. He is nasty plot, okay. He was bluffing that, okay. But I have the Chopo Berry just for you, my guy. I still have Chopo Berry just for you, and we are gonna be going for that beautiful crunch, which leaves you in a range of Hex afterwards. He does go for the Focus Blast, and he misses, so that's unfortunate, because if he would have landed 2 in a row, that could have killed me. But he does survive this hit, and I do have the Chopo Berry in the back still. But him missing means that now I guarantee live this one as well. If he would have landed it. And he still doesn't land it. I'm sorry, okay, the earlier things, shenanigans, me missing Toxin, now this clearly is in my favor. Like, looking all the hexes mean I cannot complain. He has reasons to complain if he so chooses to about this. So I feel bad. I have, like, anything that happened doesn't even equalize this. Like, they probably did not matter as much as that did. So, here comes the URSHIFU. Do I just stay in? Or do I swap into my Scum? I just go into my Scum. I don't think I should be letting Snorlax taking this damage. I keep the Chopo Berry off the chance I still need it later on. But at this point it's better for me to utilize Skarmory for this, because it literally has no other purpose for his remaining of the team. So we go into it. Let's see if he G-Maxes immediately. If he does, I'm gonna be clicking Body Press. He does go for the G-Max. Now, how I understood is that the signature Dark Move should not guarantee crit me, according to my friend Martin, while he was checking this for me. So I hope he's right on this. If he's wrong, well, how are you supposed to check this thing? You don't, simply enough at that point. But let's see. Here comes the URSHIFU. Probably gonna go for the Max Knuckle. And there it comes. So he's gonna be at +1, so that is scary. That is scary for sure, especially if he has Sucker Punch on it. But either way, I'm gonna be going for the Body Press. Gain some damage on you. And hopefully we live this hit. If we don't, that's unfortunate. And this just shows that you just, with certain G-Maxes, you don't just simply defensively counter. And here comes the signature move. And we do live it, thankfully. So we get a Body Press off. And this should leave it in a range that Dazzling Gleam should be picking you off. The little worry is that if you have the Sucker Punch. That is a definite worry. But I could also go into my G-Max. Grimmsnarl, because in all means I think, as this is gonna be taking me down, I'm gonna be checking my Grimmsnarl versus URSHIFU. That is going to be at +2. He's gonna have Iron Head or Poison Jab, like whatever. He's gonna be having one of those two. So at level 50, as he's gonna be at +2 in I G-Max, I will live the hit and blow him back. I will be able to do that. Now, do I need Celebi for anything else? I could potentially still need it. I don't know if he will have Sucker Punch or not. I think it's my best interest to go into my G-Max Grimmsnarl, because this should ensure that I don't lose a mon if I get the fact that if he has the Sucker Punch or not. So, I'm gonna be just going to this and get my damage off on you. I will still keep Grimmsnarl alive after this exchange. If the Gengar... No, actually the Gengar doesn't even... it isn't actually anymore on his arsenal, so I don't even need the Sucker Punch necessary for anything else. So, we're gonna be just neutralizing ideally this. Okay, he does preserve it. He does preserve it and go into the Arcanine, so at least we get rid of this. Okay. Interesting that he decided to preserve this. I guess he was expecting me to be like really bulky, but I'm actually a speedy Grimmsnarl on this, so I would have not tanked it as well as he would have done, but I would have still lived it. I would have still lived it. So I just go for the G-Max move. He might be thinking if I'm physical, he at least gets the free Intimidate, but I am special for the most part with my attacking. So we're gonna be just going for the Max Starfall. And this would at least mean that the grounded mons will not be affected by a status. But this also means that I cannot rest with my other members. But Quagsire is already asleep and Snorlax is at full health, so ideally that shouldn't matter. But I have to also keep in mind any kind of toxic plays or Thunder Wave throwings that I still have in my arsenal, that I don't do a potato. I don't do a web potato moment and be like, oh, I'm gonna be clicking this move and it's not gonna actually affect. Oh, he does go into the Rotom. Oh, he goes into the roto, but I'm faster than you, by all means, unless you put a good amount of speed investment, so I get a good chunk on you. We get a good chunk on you, and we do outpace it as I was expecting, and this is gonna do good amount of damage. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Does he have a Will-O-Wisp? I do get it drowsy, so he has to swap out at this point. He has to swap out, unless he wants roto, well... I don't know if he has to like swap out, cause he's probably gonna be letting this thing go down, and I go for the max Starfall here to ensure a kill. He doesn't have a fairy resist where he has a quad resistant to dogs, so either way we're gonna be just going for this. And this should be end of Rotom, and after this he has the URSHIFU and the Inteleon left. And am I forgetting anyone else that we haven't already killed? URSHIFU is alive, Inteleon is alive, Gengar is dead, Rotom is going to be dead, assuming, as it's going to be. Aromatisse is dead. Don't know if there's, maybe I'm kind of blanking at this point. We're gonna see eventually anyway how many months he has left. Eventually, as I'm like, well, my short-term memory is good on battles, but it's also really bad, if you're gonna be noticing from my commentary. If you're new here, some things I tend to just forget when it's really obvious that he has X amount of months left or certain things, but I do try to remember as best as I can. And now he does bring this guy in, so this is gonna be obviously clicking Poison Jab or something like that, but I don't think I should be preserving it, so I'm gonna be going for the Dazzling Gleam. Maybe I do end up leaving this move, maybe not. It's a URSHIFU after all, even though it's not a boosting item. Oh, he does have close combat on it, but it still kills, because I'm not that bulky. So, URSHIFU does get another kill as well, but my Crimson also got 2 kills. So both of our G-Maxes got 2 kills each, which just happens to show how fucking broken these things are. That just happens to show that. Let me go into Celebi, click a Dazzling Gleam. Like, worst comes to worst, I still get a free damage on something. This URSHIFU will... he can pull this a little bit back if he so chooses to, but... to make the differential a little bit lower. But as long as I have this thing... and I still... oh, he has this Sucker Punch. He has this Sucker Punch. Okay. That is scary. That is scary. Okay. Did I mess it up if he has that? Now I need to check actually, because we are here. URSHIFU versus my Dragapult. Sucker Punch. It's a roll to kill me. It is a roll. So, that's rough. Huh. Oh boy, Sucker Punch mind games. So do I Thunder Wave him? Is the question. He has to Sucker Punch, I think. So I think my best play is to go for T-Wave. Just to get some shenanigans off. Just to get some shenanigans off. He withdraws. Oh. Okay. Okay, interesting. Now, does he have priority on this or not? Does he have priority on this or not is the question, cause if... I could go into my Quagsire here. Just to burn off a Rest Talk. Okay, this got scary all of a sudden, cause I completely blanked out when I went to the Celebi that, oh yeah, Sucker Punch is a thing. I mentioned it earlier, and then on that one moment I forget about it all of a sudden. Now he does go for the Ice Beam, okay. He goes for the Ice Beam, which we can take. And now I do go for the Sleep Talk, ideally getting some damage off on this thing, or I get a Toxic off on the URSHIFU. He does get paralyzed. Now, do I get a Toxic, Rest, or Earthquake? That's the question, basically. Do we do get the Rest? Okay. Okay. That was my first one, since I only clicked that move once. So we go for it again. That is going to be an interesting mind game. Maybe I should have, like, in a hindsight, put a substitute on my Dragapult to ensure the outcome from that. Okay, so do we get a EQ off? Do we get a EQ off? We do get an Earthquake off. Okay, we get some damage on this guy. That is a barely not a 2-hit KO, unless that's a roll. Either way, we go for the rest. If the what's it say phase comes in. If the what's its face comes in, I still have a 66% chance, barring toxic miss as well, to get something on the URSHIFU. And if I get it on a timer, that helps me out. And now this Snorlax Chapo Berry is still very key. I have to keep in mind. That got really intense real quickly, because I blanked on the Sucker Punch. I blanked on the Sucker Punch. He was -1 as well with the URSHIFU. I have to remember earlier when he did that. But either way, we get away Earthquake off. And he will remain alive. Okay. So now we click this again. Most likely I won't be able to kill him. Most likely I won't be able to kill him. Let's see. This got really intense really quickly. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit quiet about this, because I got nervous because I know it's a roll in my favor, like it's heavily in my favor. I can look it up right now. Sucker Punch can kill me 12.5 chance of the time, if he's jolly. If he's adamant though, then it's in his favor, 62.5. So, it could all come down to that. But I'm gonna just keep doing this until I'm as fully healthy as possible. Like, if I get him paralyzed and I get an Earthquake off, that's already huge. But I want my Quagsire to be healthy if I need to get that Toxic off on him. Because then I can start racking up the damage through there. And then the Sucker Punch mind game becomes even bigger, which I can then potentially win if I have to come down to it. But we go for the again, because I need to be even numbers correctly when I then click arrest again. So he does go for the Ice Beam yet again. We will be tanking this. We will be tanking this. And we pull off a rest, okay. And on the final turn, actually, if I'm low health, I should be just letting clicking rest and not give him chance to pick me off while I'm still not as healthy as possible. That's probably what I should be doing next, just to ensure that he does go for that again, and we will be living that, and we go for the rest again. I'm sorry to Mid about this, cause it's not really the most hectic way to try to end this, but I have to be really careful about that URSHIFU, that I get a Toxic off if I need to, or a Earthquake off. Most likely Toxic. Maybe Earthquake would be fine too, but either way I kinda need this Quagsire to be. But it's kinda scary, because I'm dealing with the paralysis chances from him. I'm dealing with the rest talk turn, so it's going to be dicey if I can get myself as healthy as I would like to be. But we get a Sleep Talk off. We get a Sleep Talk off. And we pull off a rest, okay. Now, because he's gonna most likely... Yeah, I think I should be going for rest right now. Even though I'm still asleep. Yeah, because he gets one attacking off. But if I would have gotten the rest talk turn here and killed him, I would have left him in a range... Oh, I would have left myself in a range that's not ideal for me. So now I go for the rest. I apologize Mid about this, but I have to try to get all of the advantages I can versus that URSHIFU, because it's a threat. If it's adamant, it's a huge threat. If it's surely, the odds are in my favor, but he still has a chance to kill me. So either way, I have to kind of do this. And I apologize for the viewers as well, as you have to go through this. You might be skipping this part, and I don't blame you, but I'm just saying, like, I have to play it this way, try to keep myself as healthy as possible. Now, if I do get an Earthquake off, this is the opportunity that I've been waiting for. Come on, Rosie, pull off a Earthquake. I know it's 33% chance. You pull off a Toxic. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We are playing with 33% chances of getting this, so let's go for another one. Let's go for another one. He does get the Ice Beam off. Okay. Do we end up getting the Earthquake this time around or not? Nope. We get another rest off. Here we go again. This is getting irritating for me, because I'm putting myself to go through this and my opponent, but in all fairness, this is like I have to ensure that I'm as healthy as possible at URSHIFU. I feel like I have to be as healthy as possible for it. In hindsight, I should have put a Hollow Berry on my Dragapult, but that's too late for now. Obviously, it's too late for now. Now I try to get up a Sleep Talk Earthquake, because then I would be really healthy. Please, please Rosie, please Rosie. We get a second chance of really getting the most out of this. Please Rosie, please get an Earthquake. Please get an Earthquake so we can proceed. Please get an Earthquake as we proceed. And there we go, Rosie. That's what we were waiting for. I celebrate as I get lucky and bad. I celebrate because I know at least I got it and we can proceed to his last one on the team. Finally. Granted, I'm still in a sleep for one more turn, so it's a 66% chance of me getting something out of the turn plus the miss. Please, Quagsire. Please, Quagsire. Get something useful off. That's all I'm asking. Wicked Blow. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be guaranteed crit. It's going to hurt. We are not physically defensive. Yeah. Critical hit, as expected. Please, Rosie. Please, Rosie, get some damage off on it. One way or another. All that effort, and it didn't work out. Oh boy, I cannot be salty about that. I was playing with my luck with that. So there's that with it. And now, which mind game do I want to try to play with? The Dragapult or the Snorlax? Which one will we... I'm gonna force the mind game, by the way. Is he gonna Sucker Punch or Wicked Blow? Is he gonna Sucker Punch or Wicked Blow? I'm gonna go for the Draco. I'm gonna go for the Draco. This is a mind game and a half. He does go for the Sucker Punch. Please don't be adamant. Is that a crit? No. Okay. So Mid might have been able to pull this one back. Unless I get a paralyzation out of this. Unless I get a paralyzation out of this. GCC, please. For the love of God, please. For the love of God, please. I could have gone for the, like, obviously, now, once you get the Sucker Punch mind games thrown, obviously you're gonna be thinking, oh god, I could have gone for the other one first. He does go for the Wicked Blow, thinking that I am a Chopo Berry, which is smart by him. That is a smart play by him. Do I get a paralyzation off? It comes down to this. We do get the paralyzation. But he might still outpace me. He still might outpace me. I think I'll lose this. I'm kinda accepting that I'm gonna be losing this. And he does finish me out with a close combat. So great game to Mid. Really fun game in the end. And it came down to that Sucker Punch roll. Because I think either way it was a roll. But I don't know. I'm gonna ask after the battle and probably leave a text right here to say what kind of roll it was. But great game to him. 1-0 win for him and a good job for him. He did lose his first week battle, as you can tell from the layout, and I won. So in big scheme of things, this one win was more important for him than it was in the end for myself. Obviously I went into this game to win, but the way the battle went, I'm not really too upset that I lost, because in the end I can only play myself mainly from the Sucker Punch on the allowing that to happen to the Celebi, kind of getting myself off guard from there. If I would have gotten the paralyzation off on him, maybe I could have done some mind games. But either way, I think in the prep as well, I could have done things more differently. But Or preserve Discovery as well. Maybe like preserving Discovery in a hindsight, not let it go down on the G-Max moves and maybe let something else go down. That in a hindsight probably was the best play. But either way, that's gonna be for the week 2. Week 3 battle, I think I go up against Diet Tide. And stay tuned for that, and until then, thank you all for watching, but I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.